Hey guys. So I decided to make a video right like when I was getting ready to just take a nap because I was just like so bored and I didn't want to overwork myself. So I thought about something right before I even began to go to sleep because I believe I was like 5 or maybe 10 minutes away from sleeping. And I have to say, and I have to be honest, I believe that it is time for me to have something new. And I know I don't want to, participate. And I know that I want to participate. I know that it may not be important for me to, important for me to even mention anything about my love life. But I've never been in a relationship before, like I've said before, for those who are just now tuning in. And I feel like maybe, it's time for me to find someone new because um, I would say, I've had people in my past who I've turned down because I wasn't sure if it was the right thing to do. And some people were really like worth, investing, my time into just to get something that in return that was actually going to be fun because they were going to get something in return from me, and I was going to get something in return from them, but I didn't let it go further because I wasn't sure about, is this something that is being set up for me, and anyone can be setting up anything, but my thing is, I just wasn't sure, like I said before, if it was the right time, even though I definitely wanted to, do something with the person that I found attractive, and I'm pretty sure they wanted to do something with me. Um, but hey, I just did not know if it was the right time. I know that it would have been fun, but I just realized that, maybe um, it's time for me to find someone else new. And because some people say, you need to do something else completely different that you've never done before. Now, whenever I see someone who is into me, um, I'm not going to lie. Um, I haven't turned down many people because I'm always like, my mind is like always in another realm. And even though it's funny because even though that my mind is in the realm of what they're in, you never really know who's going to come off first. And that is something that I really wanted to talk about because I'm not going to lie. Like when I went to Washington, D.C., I went to the Amtrak station and I went to the restroom, and it was a real nice looking person um, um, that was on the outside of the restroom. And this person was like eyeing me down all the way. And this person was light skinned, and this person, dark skinned people are attractive to me also. I'm attracted to dark skinned people, I'm attracted to light skinned people, I'm attracted to all shades, all colors. If you're attractive, you're attractive. um but I felt like this person really, really wanted me, and I really wanted that person, but I wasn't sure if I was being watched. But now it's like, okay, Chris, I'm pretty sure everyone is watching you. But really and honestly, you know, um, I was fearful because, yes, they say do not believe everything you hear on the media. Yeah, but some things you have to take, initiative and really understand. Maybe that is something that you need to be focusing on. Yeah, and you know, I just felt like maybe it just wasn't my time for me to do anything with that person. But and then it was an awkward place because I really wouldn't have cared, but I felt like I was being stared at a lot, and and I didn't mind. It's just that if it was a setup, it's almost like anyone could have been like, oh, these two people are, you know, getting ready to do something and we're going to go call security because we see you two doing something or whatever. I don't know. That's just something that I thought about. Maybe I shouldn't think about it as much. I don't know. But yeah, like I really felt like I got hold on, put my shirt down. It's my tank top that I have. But yeah, so I felt like it might be slipped through then. Yeah. No, but I really felt like you know, maybe that's just a sign, you know, because I never really feel scary. You know, I might be shy, but I never really feel scary about and I know it's pretty much the same thing, but I really feel more intact to I don't know. I don't know. It's just like maybe it's a sign for me not to talk so much about it. And then I feel like maybe it may be another sign for me to, you know, not give in too quickly, you know? And then sometimes I feel like, you know, I don't know. So I'm not sure if I should do this or do that. I really don't know. But yeah. I really, you know, I wanted to say that I need, and then I want to say I don't need, I just want, but let's just be honest. Like, I have to be honest here. I honestly feel like, you know, having someone to love, like having a partner, I feel like that's considered a need. And then I also feel like, you know, it's a want, you know. And then on the other hand, you know, it's not a need, you know, it's just a want. Um, so I know recently I just, you know, because I had um, a person who liked me and I still liked that person, and they were reaching out to me and reaching out to me, and then I eventually, you know, every now and then I would reach out to that person. It was just like the timing was like all wrong. Every single time the person would write me, the timing was all wrong. I was so far away, it just wasn't happening, you know. And then it got to the point to where I got fearful and I just didn't know whether I should, you know, go forth with, you know, engaging with a conversation that lasted that long, because it was like a very sensitive topic whenever someone would express, you know, what their feelings for me, because I knew that, you know, that I was being watched just to see, you know. But it's almost like I didn't really care about being watched. It was almost like, you know, I wanted to be careful because I just didn't know, you know, if it was a setup and all this stuff, and you know, I just thought it was something totally different. But yeah, I know my videos like all over the place, but I know I just had to talk about it somehow, someplace. But let's see. Cause it's been oh my gosh, I've turned down so many people who I found attractive and they found me attractive, and I was just so scared to go forth, because I was like, I feel like somebody is just watching me just to see if I'm going to be with this person so they can go and talk, or which I don't care, but you know, I just didn't want anyone else to just. But I don't really mind about people talking, because people talk, you know. I just didn't think that it was really happening. You know, I did feel like it was happening, but then I was like, because at the end of the day, you know, and I can't say what people plan on doing, because that's just my mindset, you know. They're just thoughts. Because I'm, you know, when someone finds you attractive and they're trying to talk to you and you can tell that they like you, like in an intimate way, in a sexual intimate way, you immediately start thinking about, okay, where are we going to go? You know, where are we going to go to get this over with? And then you're not sure if, you know, because at the time, you know, I didn't even have my own place, you know, and I was just trying to find me a place. And I'm like, okay, so we're just gonna go anywhere? Yeah, you know, guys can just go anywhere. I mean, girls can too, you know. But then I'm like, I was just so fearful because I wasn't that fearful. It was just like, you know, what if someone was just like, I don't know. It was a whole bunch of stuff. Because I'm also like, okay, well, I've been sharing the gospel on my Instagram, but I also been sharing the gospel here and there and blah blah blah. And it was just like, you know, what if someone just setting me up just to see if, you know, I am who I say I am, or what I show on Instagram. And even though it doesn't matter, you're in a different lifestyle, your online life is different from your real life. Yes, I do understand that. But I don't know. I just felt like, you know, maybe it wasn't the right time. Maybe, you know, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. But I do. So maybe I should just stay off of the internet. That's what I should do. But then some people say, you know, don't let people trick you to staying off the internet. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, hello, you're trying to, you know, become monetized. So why the heck would you stay off of the internet? You know, even though I took some of my videos down that I felt like, you know, so for some odd reason, I had some very sexy videos on there and I took them all down because I felt as if the universe was trying to tell me that I should take them down because it didn't match up to my gospel on my Instagram. And which I always knew, it doesn't matter what you know, present yourself as, your knowledge is totally different. And, you know, once you have your knowledge, it doesn't mean that you can't do this and you can't do that. You know, it doesn't mean that you don't know right from wrong. It doesn't mean that you don't know how to teach other people anything. If you like to do certain things that other people feel is, you know, unnormal or whatever you want to call it, you know. So that's one of the things that I wanted to discuss. And I really feel like, you know, I don't know, maybe I should look for love and maybe I shouldn't, but I do love myself so much. It's just that, you know, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't, or I should. I just like, it's almost like, you know, every now and then I would get someone who would signal me, but when they signal me and I'm like, wait a minute, is this for real? Is this attractive person that I really find really attractive is really signaling me? Oh, this has got to be a joke. This is not happening. Someone is just trying to test me, you see? And that's only because of recently. Ever since I got on Instagram and people, you know, wanted me to present myself in a certain way and take this down and take this down. And I'm like, okay, so what am I doing, you know? So I felt a little bit, yeah, you know, like, oh crap. I felt like it was like imprisoned a little bit. Because I can't help what I like, you know. If I like something naturally, I like it. So, you know. But then they told me, you know, take some of these down because of, you know, they got children watching. Sorry, that was a phone call. You got children watching certain videos and you shouldn't, you know, be exposing certain things. So I took some down and then I'm like, okay. But it's funny because, you know, some of the things that people may consider not for children is still somehow on, you know, display on the internet where people are able to see of me. So that's the reason why I just like was a little bit confused. But yeah, So I'm not sure. It's like I'm sure. Some people say, if everyone's a different type of person, but some people say whenever you're a different type of person, normally it may be difficult for you to find someone to communicate with, or maybe it's not difficult for you to find someone. You can find anyone, but it may be difficult for you to find the right person that's healthy for you. But to me, like, if you had something like, say for instance, I found someone attractive and they did something that I didn't do. Okay, it wouldn't make a difference. I would still find that person attractive. Let's say that person used marijuana, or let's say that person dressed differently. Doesn't care. Let's say that person does something like their whole lifestyle is completely different from mine. Some people say that you need to match with someone who is just like you, and then some people say, love is love. You find, whatever you find is attractive to you, or whoever is attracted to you, it will be there. But honestly, I kind of feel bad because there were so many sexy people that I felt like they were coming on to me, and I was just fearful of, engaging back because I didn't know. And that's just recently. That's only because I recently started to share the gospel on my Instagram, and certain things people wanted me to take down, and it was just like, can I even be myself without me, presenting myself in certain ways that is going to make everyone else happy? What about me? I'm still going to be the sweet, generous Chris no matter what. So it was almost like, what is going on? So I thought that was pretty, informative. And let's just say I am still finding people attractive, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like the next time someone signals me or lets me know that they want me, I will open back up again. But it at the end of the day, it wasn't my fault. And then at the end of the day, it kind of was my fault. But let's just be honest. If you're using your Instagram as an investment and they tell you, and that's just the internet, and that's different from real life, but it's almost like, it was just a little scary, because it's like, okay, you do know that I'm not a person that wants to harm anyone, right? So why is it that I can't just let myself be beautiful on the internet, even if I do play around, Now, no one's telling me not to. No one told me not to, but universally, like codedly, people were telling me to take certain things down. And then they turned around and said, you're not what you are on the internet. And I'm like, of course, duh. I know that. That's why I wanted everything just to be beautiful, just the way that it is. Because, I'm going to be me regardless, and I'm going to present myself in a harmful way, and it's really funny. That's really funny. But it was a little bit like challenging, and that wasn't funny in a little bit. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I should focus more on well, I'm going to focus more on doing for me. Um, and whenever I can inspire someone, I will. Um, I just want to be safe, and it's just like so many people. Like I feel like, gosh, why did I give up that easily? It's because as soon as an attractive person that I really, really liked made a move to me, I immediately thought, because I feel like the universe know who I find attractive, and they would send some people to me and just to set me up. But I'm like, okay, but why? But it's many reasons why. Um, but that's just my thought. It may not even be happening like that. No one could be setting me up at all. It could just be, I'm thinking that people are trying to set me up to see if I'm going to fall for this person or this person. And every single last one of them, I didn't even go and, engage with, because, we probably had like a small, really quick, short conversation. That was it. But other than that, it's just like, this has got to be too good to be true. That I just let this really, really attractive person slip away from me, and they liked it me, and I liked it them, but I didn't know if it was just a setup, just for a setup. I just didn't know. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's how I feel about love. That's how I feel right now, currently. Yep. So I'm going to wrap this up, and I thought I just needed to share that with you all. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.